This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Couldn't do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back to show our appreciation. Tune in daily, get your positive vibrations. Learn different words in your own native language. Learn being black ain't all about slavery. Put that in the school book, it's part of education. You need to rewrite it, need some better information. Like how we built the pyramids and formed our own nation. Visit different continents and then try to invade them. Way before Columbus, but that ain't none of these pages. It's all just rumors, just a bunch of speculation. But why I never admit every hero is Caucasian. Even white people starting to say this shit is racist. Like how they talking to blacks for this vaccination. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back just to show our appreciation. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back just to show our appreciation. Appreciate the views and appreciate the comments. Keeping it real, always giving you this content. Hoping that my people don't take nothing out of context. Giving you
Positive vibrations and good day to you all. This is an invite to the members only Money Matters segment on YouTube. We talk about everything dealing with money, credit, investing, and much more. Hit the join button under my YouTube videos and you'll get a pop-up screen with all your talk about money matters. The join is only $5 a month. This is only for those who are serious about becoming financially literate. Join now and seize the moment. Jambo, positive vibrations to everybody. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, and good day to everybody. This is Major. Thank you for tuning in to Major TV. Let's talk. First, I want to definitely thank everybody for tuning in right now. If you haven't gotten the chat, became a part of the conversation, you can do that now. We have a very special guest. She's surprised to see. She's been doing this for several years, talking about self-determination and much more. And we had this talk where she decided to come on and just share with us what's going on. Y'all know the segment is self-determination, reparations, and unity. We had a call for unity, but we know what had happened. But no more nonsense. If you're not on the same wavelength, you're not vibing with us, you're not supporting progression, self-determination, empowerment, educating our people with a true education, being righteous in the walk, please don't come in this chat, don't come in this live, because you will get blocked. I can't stop nobody from viewing, but if the wrong energy come through, they will be blocked. Y'all see, I don't have moderators, right? But they're sitting back, my G's sitting back watching. And if things don't go right this time, you're not messing this one up. You can watch, you can talk to yourself, you can fuss, you can have your mental health checked in your moment and whatnot, but it's not going on tonight. We're killing all that as soon as they come through the door. But without further ado, let me bring on this beautiful sister, Sister Elaina Porter. Peace and blessings. How you doing, Sister Shalom?
Peace and blessings and shalom, my brother, to you as well. It's an honor to be here and to be back. I know I've been missing in action. I've been working a lot, but thank you for allowing me to come onto your platform and talk about self-determination, reparations, and unity, functional unity as a people. I have had the opportunity to watch some of the things that has been happening on the show. And I don't agree with our behavior, but we have to remember we are a traumatized people. We are an oppressed people. And that doesn't justify our behavior towards each other. Even I have been guilty of having a nasty attitude towards some people because they don't think the same way, or based on a critique that I have received that I didn't agree with. Disagreement is healthy if it's respectful. And if you don't agree, and in a debate, if the information you don't agree with it, all you have to say, well, you know what? I respectfully disagree with that point, and assert the point and why you disagree. But you move on. And those are some of the things as a traumatized people we have to learn how to do. And that's disagree without breaking up a relationship. We should be building partnerships, building healthy relationships, and getting to know one another, not just with the leadership of these different organizations and our militias, but in your own home, in your own neighborhood, in your own community. Let's get to know each other. And I'm talking about really know each other, knowing each other's political position, knowing what do you think about self-determination? Do you even know what it means? Because without a healthy relationship, we can never move this movement any further than what we have. And with that, I yield the floor.
Well, first, I want to thank everybody for viewing again. Please like and share video. Please like and share video. I would truly appreciate if you like and share video. If we're going to be a part of serious discussion, if we really truly care about how we progress as a people, we have to spread the word. We have
Yes.
to be able to, when you're putting boots on the ground, you spread the words. You're putting boots on the ground when you're telling people, hey, Major TV, Sister Elaina, brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so is out here doing something that's productive and positive for us. We have to spread the word. Before we go any further, I have a tradition, Elaina, to shout my people out, because without the people, Major TV is nothing. So let me acknowledge
Ashe,
my people.
Ashe,
Miss
Ashe.
Carla, Ashe, Miss Carla Mullen, Shalom, brother May, Shalom, sister. Thank you for coming through. Mr. Danny Gidry in the building. Shalom, salute and shalom. Shalom, brother. Thank you for coming through.
Shalom,
Yeah,
shalom.
shalom.
And I love you.
Right.
I love you.
Israel says shalom. Thank you so much for coming through, Israel. Yeah, Jambo and Poly Vibrates, all of you all tune in. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and share. Yeah, that's me too right there. You already know. Yeah. My man, Bridge Club, man. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. Shalom, family, brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming through. Malak Yahw, peace, my brother. Major peace to you. Thank you for coming through. Peace, Conrad, Dan, and Caller. Perry Board, peace and blessings. Thank you, Perry, for coming through. My sister, Lindell Williams. Thank you for so much that you do for sharing so much enlightening information to the sisters and brothers that they need to know some good words. Shalom, Major and Black Fam. Thank you for coming through. It's Laura Mosley in the building. Hey, Major, peace. Hey, peace. Hey, Major. Hey, peace and Black Power. Thank you so much. Tasha Rand. Hey, at Major TV and chat. Black Power for real. Miss Lady D. Hello, my brother. Hello, sister. Tara Maham, how you doing? Queen, what's up? Shalom, brother. Shalom, sis. Peace and blessings, brother and sister. Yeah, thank you, JD in the building. Say peace and blessings, brothers and sister. And welcome, sister Elaina. Danny
Welcome, my
Gidry.
brother. Thank
Pat
you.
Tolliver. Salute, major salute to you too for coming through. Shouts out to Ornica Fur Crown, one of the originals. Peace. Thumbs up to you too. Thank you for tuning in. My man in the building, Ricardo Flow. What's up? What's up? Shalom, Major B1, Black folks. Love, power, and all other good stuff. 5/5 peace, brother Major in chat. My man Braid Club praying for us. He got a, that's a black, I don't know, but she's a black queen with something on her head. Black power too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do. Slow. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all ready to get to the content. I gotta acknowledge my people because we could have nobody in the chat. It could be me and Ms. Land talking, nobody watch. We got 31 people. Yeah, we gotta acknowledge y'all. Disagreements will always be disrespectful. Disagreements will always be, but disrespect is a no-no, fam. Unity and love. I have for Black fam, love and Black power. Thank you, sister, so much for that enlightenment. Shine Light 333, beautiful sister. How you doing?
Greetings,
Reason
shiny light.
blessings. Reason blessings made it to you, Miss Elaina and family. Thank y'all. Thank you. If I miss your kindness, I can catch it once we close out, we have time. But again, we want to thank Sister Elaina for coming through. Sister Elaina, I know you've been watching what's going on. And I know you have been the first, I can say, that really just got to it and rev talking about self-determination. And it really kind of lightened a lot of people on my platform. And people actually knew what you was talking about, but some kind of way, man, you lost a little communication. We've been talking about it and following up on it. And Brother Ram, you
Yes.
come on the scene, and if people don't know the backstory, you know what I'm saying? Ram Zoo kind of inspired, Miss Elaina, what have you. And Miss Elaina has been spreading. She's been spreading like a wildflower with information. She's all over YouTube, what have you. She even did interviews overseas and stuff like that. But let's talk about self-determination again and bring everything back to full focus, because people are trying to put a name on self-determination in face, but it's really not that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So can you explain it to
no,
us?
no. Self-determination is the highest aspiration of political freedom that a colonized people enjoys, like ourselves. There were some legal things that were supposed to have been done after slavery that was not done. Our rights were violated in 1865. Our rights were violated in 1945 after World War II. Our rights were violated during the Civil Rights era, and our rights are being violated right now. Self-determination means that you control your environment, that you self-govern, that you control your own institutions, such as your own schooling, your own banking system, our own municipalities. That's what Brother Ramzu is doing up in Detroit. What he is doing is he's withdrawing consent from a parasitical relationship that our group, that our people did not sign on to. There was no plebiscite vote. Right now, we're under the policy of integration, which is forced assimilation. There was no plebiscite vote, and it's illegal according to international and human rights law. The relationship that we have with the United States government is a parasitical relationship. They have us relegated within their constitution as a minority. And as a result, our human capital, our wealth, our land, our cultural, our biological property is being absorbed as we speak and misappropriated, because those rights to self-determination has been violated. Self-determination means you control your tax dollars. You control your culture. You control your land, your property, and we have collective rights to do this. We should have enjoyed the same status as the Native Americans. As a matter of fact, after the Civil War and the latter part of the Civil War, we did enjoy the same protections as the Native Americans. But after Abraham Lincoln was murdered, those protections were rescinded, and the federal government pulled out the protection, the federal troops and some of the federal gains in civil rights, even at that time, because civil rights did not just start in the 60s. We had civil rights that actually started as a result of the end of the Civil War. So all those gains that our ancestors had made were taken away from us because they needed our labor to repair the infrastructure, build the railroads. So they re-enslaved us via that 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. And we became economic slaves, political slaves, and legal slaves. They took the physical chains off and put the political, legal, and the mental, psychological chains on us, Brother Major. And that's what we're up against. And only self-determination can correct these errors. And I yield the floor.
Can you when you say it wasn't done right, can you further explain that?
Yes. Well, after slavery, we had ancestors in South Georgia and other areas in Mississippi that thought it would be better that we self-govern and that we have our own land. There was preachers who came together when up under the field order when General Sherman gave us the land, the 40 acres and the mule. He asked what we wanted to do. And there was a group of preachers and community leaders who got together and said, I think it's be best is that we have our own land and we go and build our own and we move away from these people, even if we had to buy the land. Our ancestors never agreed to integration. That was never on the platform after slavery. They wanted self-determination. Now, some did, like Frederick Douglass, wanted to integrate, but the majority of our ancestors wanted to practice self-determination. They practiced group economics and built towns all around the United States, which after the Civil War and between the latter part of the Civil War, during Reconstruction and World War II, that is when the powers that be started burning down our towns and running us out of those towns. A lot of those lynchings were connected to business owners and large landowners. That's where those lynchings derived from. We had whole towns that was being emptied of Black people. We were never poor. We always had land and we've always been here. But what was not done correctly was there was no plebiscite vote. We did not agree to it. We were annexed to this polity without our consent, even in 1865, and they're doing it without our consent now. And the way that we propose to change this is using the method that Brother Ramsey is using up in Detroit by withdrawing our consent from the parasitical relationship and the policy of benign neglect and integration by signing your declaration and asserting your international right to self-determination.
That's the next question I want to ask. Can you explain briefly what a plebiscite vote is?
Yes, sir. A plebiscite vote is when a group of people like ourselves who has not declared a judicial personality and who has not changed their status from a simple minority, because right now we're relegated as a simple minority with no rights to control any of our human capital. It is a vote amongst ourselves, and only we, as foundational Black Americans, can participate in this vote. It is a vote that details which way we want to go. Do you want to stay up under the policy of benign neglect and integration? Or do you want to move forward to self-government, self-sufficiency, immediate reparations, immediate release of our political prisoners, guarantees of non-repetition, and a compact or a treaty between ourselves and the United States? So what has been happening to us will never happen again. This is a collective decision that Black Americans, foundational Afro descendants here in the United States, has to make. And with that, I yield the floor.
I have to definitely expound more on foundational, native, indigenous. We don't realize we were here first, and the Caucasians named everything. They named everything. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time we look at the Indians, they was black people. You know what I'm saying? And we know about colorization. You know what I'm saying? Once the race mix took place of false sex or what have you, or rape. Let me say rape, not false sex, or rape. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you look at when you look at around the diaspora, you know what I'm saying? You see light skinned people as opposed to I'm saying like Asia, you know what I'm saying? Some Latino countries and whatnot, where you see light skinned people, like you see right now. You have a lot of whites that claim they was Indians, you know what I'm saying, reap the benefit. But I definitely want you to understand what you say foundational um black people, you know what I'm saying, Americans or whatever.
Yes,
I'm gonna say you explain about it. I'm touching up on it, but I'm kind of stumbling over. Just come out and
yes,
tell them what you're talking about.
yes, Brother Major. Well, and I do want to acknowledge as well, there's a group of us, a group of foundational Black Americans, and that's the terminology and that I use. I use different terminology that consider themselves as Aboriginal and want no part of Africa. And they are in their right, and they are well within their right, especially all down here in the South and in Louisiana. Uh, those Indians that lived in these areas were Black Indians. It's all up in their military records, militia records, all in their Spanish land grants and French documents, all down in Louisiana. So these people are well aware who we are. Afro descendants make up. We are a mixture of the Paleo American, the original native that was here, which was of a Australoid, Melanesian features, Black. The last wave of Africans that came here on the transatlantic slave trade. Our African ancestors traveled here many, many moons before Columbus and set up settlements all in this hemisphere, all over the world. We seeded the planet. Black Americans are a mixture of those Black Europeans, those Moors who came here and set up settlements. So we have a rich history. We're not guests. And self-determination and declaring nationhood and asserting our collective rights to land and collective land rights and property rights and culture and biological rights. We're showing that we're not guests and that our status is indigenous. Indigenous is a status. It's saying you were here before the settler got here and set up shop and created his institutions and his constitution.
Please like and share this live. We have Sister Elaina Porter, a powerful sister that's been pushing self-determination for nearly a decade and is on fire. I have a question for you. I know people in the United States are exercising self-determination, but why a lot of them doing it on the religious band? And
Well,
also, why, and another question on top of that, why isn't this a popular conversation in Black media and in the Black community?
very good questions. Let me answer number one. You see, Brother Major, because we are an oppressed group here in the United States, we're 48 million strong. From some other figures that my sister that crunches numbers, we're more than 48 million strong here in the United States. That means, according to our numbers, we are a nation within a nation. So there were always things put in place by the United States government. And yes, I said it, the United States government. They always put things in place so we could never collectively organize. So due to the trauma, due to the oppression, we always organized our parastates, which were non-traditional ways of governing ourselves. We organized under the banner of the Nation of Islam and of Islam. As a matter of fact, if you look at our history, most of our ancestors that came here They were Islam. They practiced Islam, and it goes a little bit deeper than that. Our ancestors who practiced Islam did not take anything laying down from these settler Europeans. They never did. So we organized, and we were already organized under Islam. Our ancestors organized up under the Hebrew faith. They always practiced. They came through the transatlantic slave trade, and even before then, before 1492. We've always organized under the Hebrew faith. Some of our ancestors, they practiced that faith. And that was a way of us organizing, not only in towards our religious and behavior system, but we used our religion to organize politically, and as well in the civil rights era. You had the Christians, our Baptists, our non-denominational churches. We use that banner of religion to organize politically, and that was our natural way of organizing. That was a natural way, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I want to let you know why. Because our churches, our mosques, our tabernacles provided security, safety for our people. That's how they did it back in the day. Now you see these people who are out here using the religious faith just to get rich and enrich themselves and leave our people behind. And there's a problem with that. That's an issue. So we got to get back to the basics of how our ancestors and our elders use our tabernacles, our mosques, our churches, our religious spaces as a space to organize, to create partnerships, and to love on each other, and also set our political aspirations. Now, the second question.
All right. Second question was why it's not popular in our community discussion of self-determination. I just wrote some down, right? I'm writing down my questions as I go along because I be vibing, right?
Yes.
People don't realize we always exercise self-determination, right? We always, we had the land, we had all that, you know what I'm saying? And but the enemy constantly attack, you know what I'm saying? Constantly attack. Yes. And even though they may not know the international law, human rights law, and violations behind that was going on, we always exercise it. But seems like now it's we don't talk about it. We can settle. The conversation now is about reality TV right now.
Well, we gonna change that. That's why we got Major TV. That's why we got OC the Great. That's why we have our social media, and that's why we have our international media platforms that sit back and watch us, and that are watching what we're doing. One of the reasons, Brother Major, that people don't talk about it is look what happened to Brother Malcolm X. He was murdered. And not only was he murdered, one of his supporters that pulled his coattail was murdered within that same week out of Kenya. His name was Jose Pinto, I believe, was murdered as the same week Malcolm X, because they know that this would be a wealth change, a power shift, because we circulate $1.2 trillion per year through this system, but we don't control it. We're not poor. We have property. We just don't control it. And self-determination allows us a degree of internal sovereignty and internal control. That means we have a right to control our own industry. We have rights to the sea and above the sea that we can assert to create our own industry in fishing and in agribusiness. And you see, this means a wealth shift. So these people, they have put things in place to keep us dumb. They've used hybrid warfare, as Brother Ramzu, and psychological warfare, as Brother Ramzu so eloquently spoke on for the past 2 days. They've used manipulation, divide and conquer. That's why self-determination is not on the table. That's why you have some groups that don't even want to talk about it, but they'll sit there and yell Black Power.
When Malcolm X first spoke about human rights, international law, human rights violations, and some international law and going to UN, was he really saying? What he was really trying to accomplish?
What he was saying is that the United States is holding us captive. They were holding us captive then, legally, politically, economically, and psychologically then, and they're doing the same thing now. Malcolm had to go because they could not afford to fight a domestic war on this front because they were spread it thin in Vietnam and other areas that they were trying to recolonize, like Latin America. You see, our African brothers and sisters on the continent, especially in the Congo where all the resources were giving these people HELL. They were giving it to them in Southeast Asia, in Asia, when they declared their rights. And they was giving it to them in Latin America too. So Malcolm had to go. They could not afford to fight that kind of fight on a domestic front. And let's remember, we had people who were fighting self-determination. You had the Republic of New Africa. Read up on Imari Obadele and his brother Milton. They knew how to move internationally. You had Robert Bloch, Dr. Brock, who was fighting for our rights. So our elders and ancestors always fought for self-determination. It's just that these people, this settler government, put things and people in place so to keep the population, the masses, dumb and ignorant. They'll send in people that looks like us and that'll put on the front that, yeah, we want to go this route and we want liberation and we want freedom. But they don't move the ball 1 inch and they'll stay on the scene 30 and 40 years, 50 years, running every time somebody get murdered. They taking their photo shoots. Time is out for that. That's how, Brother Major. Did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Controlled opposition, as Brother Ramzu said.
I have two important questions that I'm gonna let you explain one at a time. Could you explain us self-determination versus reforming the system?
Yes. Self-determination means we want to control our own institutions. That means we dictate the curriculum in our school system. We dictate the behavior system in our school system. We dictate our own family and children's services. If we want polygamy, we can make that legal. That means we want control of our own criminal justice system. And with that, I mean, we want a justice system that's about restoration, because that justice system has been used as a tool of repression against us. Therefore, in our areas where we're the majority population, we want to control that. We want to control our own policing. Under the 4th Geneva Conventions, we're considered, because of the trauma and the low intensity warfare that the United States have used against us to keep us in check. We want our own policing and we want to control our own policing. I'm not saying that we don't want the police in our area. That's ludicrous. Because of the trauma we have a case of fratricide. This black on black crime, that's called fratricide. It's when a group has been oppressed and traumatized so much and only have enough resources, we turn on each other. A lot of the crimes that's committed in our areas are crimes that's dealing with economics and dealing with social crimes. That means the black man is against the black women. The husband and wife is constantly fighting and beating up on each other. The children, meanwhile, the children are lost their mind and rebelling. The answer is not to our crime situation, is not the heavy-handedness that the European government uses against us. The answer is restorative justice. That means we nip the trauma in the bud. We bring in our best psychologists. We bring in our best economists. We bring in our best criminologists so we can put some reform into those areas. We got areas, Brother Major, in the United States, in these large cities, where police departments get paid thousands of dollars per month and actually have police stations in those areas, and they won't even go and stay in the police station. The police station is empty. We have police that's so out of shape, they rather use their firearm or either tase a 9-year-old than using other tactics to address the situation. Under the 4th Geneva Convention, we can transfer police authority to ourselves because that's our collective international right. Self-determination means self-sufficiency, self-governing, and controlling our things. And with that, when
I say self-determination versus reformist system, I'm talking about what Ramsey was talking about. If a person reformist, he can't really rock with them.
A reformist only want acknowledgement in the system. They only want to tweak things that that's going to help them out and make them look good. That's what Brother Ramsey. The policy of integration was a reformist policy. The policy that we're on. They have no interest in bringing down the obstacles that are in our way, the legal and political obstacles. The legal obstacles that's in our way is that we were forcefully annexed to this polity without our consent. There was no plebiscite vote. We did not consent to being annexed to this polity as a simple minority. Reformists do not want to change the system. He'll give lip service to it and yell Black power. But you ask him to move the ball. Ramsey is correct in his analysis, and I support it.
How do we exercise self-determination right now?
The first thing that we have to do is unify. And we need good information to unify under. We have to stop the bickering. We have to stop the fighting. And we got to stop pointing fingers at each other. That's the first thing. We can't receive the information if we become a factionalist against each other. I can't get down with this group because they're doing this. I can't get down with this leader because he's doing that. We have a right to practice internal sovereignty, set up our own government right here on the United States soil. And we also have a right to practice external sovereignty, go somewhere else. If those chiefs in Africa has land and want to set up a government for us and allow us to set up our own government, or if anyone wants to repatriate and get citizenship in other areas such as Ghana, Sierra Leone, Rwanda, anywhere you want to go, we have a right to do that. We can have our cake and eat it too. There is no either or. It's and is. I can't hear you.
My bad, I had on mute. I'm sorry. Apologize to everybody. Y'all like and share the video. I said I was talking to you. Me and the elder in the studio yesterday. Shout out to him. We had a lot of fun, did some networking, connecting, talking business too. But anyway, elder said it can't be no unity without love. There has to be love with unity. And if we don't know how to love each other, we don't know how to work with each other, it won't go for. Won't you explain about that? Or give a
yes. Well, first, Brother Major, foundational Black Americans have to learn how to love on themselves. And I'm going to tell you why it's important that we love on ourselves. You see, other groups, and I'm putting it out here, all skin folks are not Black Americans' kin folks. We have a rich history here in the United States that we need to be proud of. other groups and other Black immigrants and other Blacks that come to the United States. They come over here, they confuse their issues with ours. They come over here, and when we start talking about practicing group economics and self-determination, they shy away from that. So the first thing we have to understand is that we have a rich history, and that our ancestors always fought against slavery. They always fought against oppression. Not all of our people took oppression laying down. So we have to start loving on ourselves and loving who we are and where we came from. You see, if I love myself, I can love everybody else, especially people that look like me. We have to start building relationships and start listening to each other. We don't listen. We just jump to conclusions and make quick observations and get out here and character assassinate other people instead of picking up that phone. If you got a question or you have a concern, pick up the phone or drop an email and ask that question before you make a preconceived notion and get on social media and run with it. We have to start building relationships, building partnerships, creating dialogues where there is no dialogues, and being open to receive information from other people that look like yourself.
Elaina, before I get into something that everybody been talking about, man, you talk about a lot behind the scenes. Unity always been an issue in our community, and from my personal opinion, because of what you had said earlier, the mental health we deal with, you know what I'm saying, post-traumatic slave syndrome, and the fact that we don't see the big picture.
That's
we get
right.
caught up in different ideology differences, religious differences, spiritual differences.
Yes.
Who know more than others, opposed
Yes.
to looking at the fact that you share two issues, you share two things in common.
Yes. Yes.
The common enemy and common problems.
Yes.
You
Go
might come
ahead,
from
brother.
different backgrounds, but you can be rich or poor. You know you got the
Yes.
common enemy. You know
Yes.
you got a common problem, and it may
Yes.
not be the same. So can you
Yes.
explain how we
Yes.
how we deal with this mental health issue? And I know
Yes.
all of them won't
Yes.
be able to get on board and follow this
Yes.
ship. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yes. Well, the
they
first
all get
thing,
on
brother
board. Let me know
Major.
about that.
Yes. Due to the oppression and the low intensity warfare, almost, if you look at it, almost every year we be hit by police brutality cases, big cases where our people are chased down and murdered. The Ahmaud Arbery case is not the only case that happened in Georgia like that. There's several cases that haven't even been publicized where our people are hunted down. The internal violence, the external violence from the United States that they're complicit in and allowing to happen to us. And every time we get to a certain political point, they bring in their repression. They bring in their COINTELPRO. They bring in their agents, you see. So we've taken so many psychological hits that we suffer from Stockholm syndrome. That means we worship our oppressor. We worship his policies. We rather eat the crumbs off his table and go somewhere and pass out a little old outdated food from Kroger and call it boots on the ground. That ain't no boots on the ground. You only perpetrating. Okay? We're only perpetrating when we do these. We have Salvation Armies. We need to be self-sufficient. We need to be fighting for land. We want our land back that these people took. So we suffer from a trauma, a psychological trauma, where we go the way of the oppressor. We fight the way he wants us to fight. We co-sign on policies that we know are detrimental to us, but we progress and advance those policies, like the policy of integration. It was a failure. It's a failing policy, but yet we allow politicians to get in our face and tell us to take the crumbs. Yet we hand our youth, that's why they ain't got no respect for us, intergenerational poverty every single year. It's a psychological issue that we have. So what we're going to have to do is use group therapy. Those of us who are ready to move on and advance to self-governing and self-determination, we got to collectively do that and start working with each other to do that. For those people who are okay where they are, that's your right too. But I advise you, please do not try to come and co-opt this movement and play your Jedi mind tricks and use your practices, because you will be called out. And that's the therapy that I'm using.
And I want to address the chat personally. I know certain people's in my chat and they push certain narrative, and I see it now. I knew the person, and I call them out, would have you. But I would like the chat to focus on more of the conversation, entertaining anybody that feel like they can just talk about what they know, what they believe, and what have you. I have no problem with that. As long as it's respectful, it's cool, you know. And I appreciate Miss Elaina coming on. I appreciate you watching. I don't have no problem in our comment. Just keep it respectful. And we have a big question that I'm about to ask Miss Elaina. But I want you all to first like and share the video. We have to get the word out. It's sad that it's 2022 and we still don't know about self-determination. And our people, like Miss Elaina said, been practicing for so long.
That's right.
They've been practicing self-determination for so long. We hear about all them great black towns, you know. We know about what happened after slavery and what have you, and the Freedom Bank and all this stuff that Abe was trying to do or whatnot. And even though we know Abe and all of them, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Wasn't down with black people, you know what I'm saying? We know that. You know, they always fight. I mean, believe it or not, they fight with their convictions.
That's
They
right.
fight with their own sins. Believe it or not, they fight with their own. When you hear what I'm talking about is wrong and racism and black, they fight with themselves because for so long, you know what I'm saying, they've been pricing dog. I mean, it's just been a dog. But at the same time, focusing on destroying us. And again, I want to thank Miss Elaina for coming on. But let me ask this real big question. Everybody talk about we donate $1, 50 million people, that's 50 million. When we gonna have a national treasure? Because you and I talked about, you talked about the other day, we've been talking about it for months. Why don't you tell people about what you're trying to do? Whether you want to do business with me, or I ain't say business, but whether you and I, whoever you talked about, whatever, we want to do this national treasure thing as far as somewhere people can really put their money somewhere, have a lawyer involved, accountant involved, have a board involved.
That's
People
right.
get statements every month.
That's right.
People have to vote. They have to vote. Like if you invest in stocks, right? Then you have to vote. You know what I'm saying? Even with insurance money, then you have to vote.
That's
Like
right.
when you buy a company, you own a part of that company when you invest in the stocks. I have some stocks, I'm investing. I know a little about it. So you're gonna be a part of the vote.
That's
If
right.
Elaine need to fly to Africa, you gotta vote on how much she submit to the
I have to
board.
submit a proposal.
Correct. So
Listen, and let me explain to you what I was speaking of. Right now, the body politic that I work out of is the National Liberation Movement status that was asserted in 2020. And that is the judicial personality I work out of. It's the precursor to nationhood, and there are some things that we have to put in place. We need a trust. So when we launch these lawsuits, we'll have somewhere to put the land. Once we get the land, it'll go in a trust. We'll have a trust territory, because that was supposed to have happened for us. That didn't happen, but I'm working on that as we speak. I'm going to have a series of conferences all over the United States. These conferences will not be for free. They will be paid conferences. The money from those conferences will be taken to use. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Brother Major.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta mute. Don't give too much information. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just give enough.
Okay.
Just give enough because I
Well,
know we got a lot going on.
what I want to do is take the funding that I receive and go and open up a national treasury. Right now, I'm recruiting for a steering committee. We need people from all faiths, from all other organizations, people from all communities to be a part of this National Liberation Steering Committee, so you can get good information and take it back to your county, your parish, your city, and get people involved. In 2020, we want to have perfected our own confederated nation state. Each organization needs to be moving towards declaring their nationhood, declaring their right to self-determination under Article 1 of the Civil and International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and Article 1 of the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, and under the 1960 Decolonization Conventions and the 1960 Algiers People's Declaration. All of those things protect our rights. We have a right to have our own national treasury. That way, when our leadership get in trouble, we have a pool of money to pull from to help them, not depend on these GoFundMes where people can run off with the bag. I'm talking about a transparent treasury with accountability, where if 1/4 leaves that treasury, it's accounted for. The proposal has been in agreement. Everybody is in agreement to it. But right now, we're just a mob running around here doing everything we want to financially. And then when things don't work out for us and we've made these donations and they're not accounted for, we get angry. We have to change things.
Me and Ms. Lane have been talking about this for months. So this is not a new conversation. We just wanted to find the right time to bring it to you all. Because we do realize that we have to have our own national treasure. We have to have our own trust and what have you. We have to have ways where we can save enough of money to be able to help those in this movement that get caught up that may need legal help or help, period, in reference to the self-determination movement we got going on, along with everything else that needs to be addressed. And I want to say the Pacific. I just want that person to know I know you in the chat. I don't want you to think that you're doing something bad or what have you. I'm quite sure the information you're sharing, I'm peeping, is on point. Talked about it before.
I can't see it, Brother Major. Will you explain to me what you're saying?
I don't call the person name, right? I'll talk with you later on the phone about it. I just want to acknowledge I see him in the chat. Is all, and I see what he's saying. You comment on some stuff that, even with the reading a lot, I get it. I already know where we're coming from, you know what I'm saying? I know self-determination is not just pushed by you, Ramsey, or whomever. I know that. So I just wanted to let them know I see him in the chat, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was just acknowledging and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I would let my people that's moderate, we communicate, let them know we good, you know what I'm saying? I'm really on this chat stuff because what happened the last couple lives I had, it wasn't back to back. There was people that came in with the wrong intentions. I'm not having that anymore.
I understand.
If you don't rock with Major TV, don't come on here. There's thousands and thousands and probably a million channels on. You don't have to come here. I want those who really vibing with a righteous channel that's not negative, that's not trying to tear nobody down, that's not trying to take nobody money illegally, not trying to do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really provide real positive content, and I'm not trying to tear nobody down. If you're doing whatever in the community or what have you, the Most High gonna expose you to the people gonna deal with you. That's not my job to play police, prosecutor, jury, judge. That's not my job. We got eyes, see. You. We got eyes, see. We got ears, listen. We got a spirit. We know when the vibrations off. I tell people all the time, you talk alone and look in your soul.
That's right.
Because I'm attentive. While you talking, the whole time you've been teaching me. I was doing from day one. People know me and Atlanta goes at it. Was respectful. Is respectful.
That's right.
No name calling.
Me and Major, we have some knockdown dragouts, and we don't always agree, and we don't always see eye to eye. And it's okay to disagree, but do it respectfully. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I still love this brother, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people are scared of self-determination. Look at what happened to Brother Ozone. Look at what's going on with Brother J, because they stood up. That's why people don't want to talk about self-determination, because we're escalating liberation to a total different level. And our enemy don't want that to happen, because that's a wealth transfer. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't be surprised when we have people try to shut us down and tear us down, but doing it amongst each other, disrespecting each other, saying nasty things to each other, tearing down each other's character, calling each other's names, setting each other up, that needs to stop. We got to start loving on each other, listening to each other, respecting each other's position. You know what, brother? I hear what you're saying. I receive your critique, but I respectfully disagree. And here is why I respectfully disagree. And move on. That's what we have to do.
Teach, sister, teach. And that's what it's all about. It's not all this extra stuff. A lot of time, to me, it don't even be about the people. It be about the views, the subscribers. It's about winning one of heaven, one on the other, or showing that look, I'm not debating with nobody. You can call what you want, think what you want, but to me, I know the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the Most High favor, and I know what I'm doing for the Most High. And I could get Elaina Porter on my channel to bring people together, to support self-determination, to support getting your mental health right, support re-educating the brainwash and miseducation we've been given, to uplift us and tell us to become more spiritually inclined and more financial literate. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
all
right.
positive.
And see, brother, the Moors got to work with the Christians. The Christians got to work with the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam got to work with the Hebrews. And some of us who practice a little hoodoo now and then, we got to get in where we fit in and work with everybody. So we all family. Our ancestors died and fought for us. Our elders, some of them are still languishing away as political prisoners. And they don't even get a mention in Congress. And here we is acting a fool. Not trying to do anything to even get them out. We got to stop that. Now, let me tell you the benefits of self-determination. Once we perfect our state, our nation, we will be the 12th largest nation in the world. We will have the capacity to do business with countries in Africa and with our family in Africa, with our family in Haiti, with our family on the American continent. We got family in Melanesia, in Papua New Guinea, who's fighting for their right to self-determination. We got our family in Brazil. We got so many millions. These are markets. And we can have those external markets where we can build each other up. And then we build each other up on the continent. If we want to go into Ghana and help put in infrastructure over there, we can move over there and do that too. It's no either or. It's and, will, and we can. And with that, I yield the floor.
Well, first I want to thank you. It's almost an hour. We covered a lot, but don't be a stranger. You got to come back on the platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got to come back on the platform.
And I want to address the audience. I thank you too, all of the supporters of Major TV, for even listening to what self-determination is, for supporting our national liberation movement. I want to thank you all for all of your beautiful comments in the chat and your critiques in the chat. You have a right. And if you have any questions, you're always free to email me at pendoforfreedom@gmail.com or go to my website. It's under construction now, but it's still up. It's Pendo, the number 4 freedom it's pendoforfreedom.org. And that's where you can reach me at.
And I want to thank everybody in the chat. I didn't really get the chat, and I didn't see nothing negative. Even if people disagree, I don't have no problem. I have no problem disagreeing or even a critique. That's cool. But it was nothing negative. And that's what I love about my people. I know we great. I know we guided us. I know we will self-determine. I know we're self-correct. I know we go back to our original nature. I know that we understand what's going on. The biggest question, the elephant in the room, is what we're going to do about it and when we're going to do something about it.
We're
That's the
doing
thing,
something about it.
correct. And start with self first.
That's
Get
right.
yourself aligned. Get
That's
yourself
right.
focused. You can't tell nobody about self-determination if you don't understand it. If
That's
you're not
right.
even walking as a self-determined person. So
That's
that's
right.
important. But I want to thank everybody. Y'all was beautiful tonight. Um, my spirit is full. You know what I'm saying?
Mine
And
too, Brother Major. It's
and I go through
always
the chat.
full
Y'all
when
know
I
my
come on the
tradition.
show.
My tradition. I go through the chat. There is a lot of comments. I'm picking through the comments. I'm not gonna be trying to go through all your comments. Like normally when I have a few comments, I go through them, but there's a lot. So if I miss y'all, y'all know I love y'all. I miss your comment, but I'm just gonna bounce through it and whatnot and see what's going. There's a lot being said, sister. Mm. Okay, my brother Roland Cole in the building. Assalamu alaikum, king and queen, queen and king, self-determination, the building block to raise up unity, determination is going to keep us unified on every aspect of life, no matter what our differences may be. Thank you, brother. Powerful. Thank you.
Thank you. Ashe.
Ashe. Cayman Bay. Peace to the guys. Sound like a good message, and I'm right on time. Thank you
Ashe.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is written we must begin in Jerusalem, meaning our own community. We must be truthful. Most of us do not know our next door neighbor or their children, yet we want to change the country. How? Wow. Powerful.
Our powerful
Powerful.
brother. Ashe. Build those relationships. Mend those relationships. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry. And there's nothing wrong with saying I love you, my brother. Ashe.
That's right. My brother Ricardo floating the building. Andrew Johnson rescinded everything Lincoln put in place for black folks. Return all property from the South black back to white folks after the war, and some black folks packing. The South was supposed to be for black folks. Talk.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Abe TVC, I know how to do it, and I only need a conversation. Well, you got a conversation going, trust me. But the Ramsey is coming back through, and Sister Elaina, we about to push this down our people's throat. We don't have to accept on what's been given to us. We don't have to accept our conditions. We don't have to accept. I tell everybody, it starts mentally first. That's why
That's
when you see that the chain on my thumbnail was breaking the chain, that was a physical, but mentally. We gotta break the chains mentally. Everything is right here. Once we get this right, we're gonna be all right.
Ashe.
Your father Israel, right? Captive is the truth. Real
Ashe.
talk.
Yes, ma'am. Ashe.
Malcolm did not know how to speak to the devil using legalized, for example. He instead up on a label, Negro, black, etc. Although it is a law against being born a Negro, black, etc. He did his best.
Brother Major, may I please address this person?
Right, yes.
Under international law, we call ourselves what we want to call ourselves, and you are correct in your analysis, my brother. The United States government had no right to label us or any settler. We are who we say we are. And I
Righteous.
yield the floor.
Righteous. Wana Kaya Poo, I believe. I love their warrior spirit. Thank you, sister.
Ashe, thank you,
Thank you.
sister.
Malak Yah W, taking notes. Please do take your notes, because when Sister Elaina, Brother Ramzu come on the show, they be really, really sharing some
Sister
profound
Malekia knows a
information.
lot too. Don't let her fool you now.
Oh, all right, all right, all right. That's what's
Sister
up. All
Malekia
right.
knows her stuff
I,
too now. Don't
I,
let her fool you.
Integration robbed black folks of their liberty That is self-determination. Black folks have become dependent upon them ever since. Self-determination scares many black folks.
It scares us because they think they're going to lose something, and we're not. All we're doing is laying a layer of rights that was taken from us, asserting those rights on top of what we have. We're not saying that we don't want to be part of the United States. We're not saying that we're giving up our rights here. What we're saying is we should have been treated, our status, indigenous is a status, because of our presence that we were already here. We should have enjoyed that same internal sovereignty that the Native Americans, Alaska Natives, and any other colonized group enjoyed.
One cannot accomplish self-determination prior to self-identification. All she says, we have already yet. It's like a needle in a haystack. Those who know are the hay.
I respectfully disagree with the Moorish brother, because there are groups who've already made their declarations. And there's also people who have already been in this fight and who has made their assertions, and paperwork has been filed with the United Nations, as well as who has already asserted, even before us, asserted that right to self-determination. Marcus Garvey asserted the right to self-determination for all Black people in the 1900s. We also have the Republic of New Africa, who asserted their right to self-determination. So I respectfully disagree with that brother. I admonish him that if he is with a group, that they declare their identification, self-identify, and move forward to self-determination.
Mm, mm. Darren Butler, I like this. One place, different verses, same message, self-determination. If you know anything about Major TV, this is a side note, right? Side note. I've always been consistent with my message. I've never been all over the place. I was finding myself my platform, but I kept it the way I wanted to keep it, because I had a vision just to bring the people together and separate those who are genuine from those who are not genuine. That's always been my goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was pushing certain things and saying something, I was really going after people that was saying things that I thought was wrong. In the day, I wanted people to know I could think for myself. I understand the playing field we on and what we got to do. But I know it's a thinking game more than just being reactionary and emotional and loud with the rah, rah, rah.
That's
Because the
right.
enemy don't respect none of that. He respect the moves you make.
That's right.
And you holding your ground, whether win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect that. But yeah, it's real talk. This channel gonna definitely be consistent, and it won't be inconsistent at all. Red Club said, "Amen, powerful. Love, love self first. Real talk,
I
real talk."
share you, Yafara.
Doug Patterson, Abe, I have said before that 7 million, 47 million, even $10 a head children, as well as head time 48 million dollars. Sorry for stumbling like I'm doing. 800 480 million or $100 head time 48 million. A lot of more money, and this is where we need to begin, family. Okay, all
I
right.
share.
All right,
I
it's too
share,
much
my
schools,
brother.
and like I stumbled over all the words. This and that, this. Thank you, Major and Elaine. Awesome word. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for support.
Thank you, Lydell, for your support and your beautiful words of support. And I love you.
Mm. Then they'll say, Scott said, Lindell, shine light, say, I'll be open to dual citizenship. All right. All right.
Sister Shining Light, we can do that. We have a right. We have a tripartite right to being a citizen of Africa, of our nation in Africa, if that's where we want to go. A citizen of the United States, and a citizen of our government that we're perfecting and advancing right now. Ashe.
She's fired, brother. Major, oh, she on fire. That's how I met her. She, me and her was going at in the chat. Nose for nose. She was just like you all in the chat, just checking things out. And when she went to pushing it, man, I'm like, who is she? All over my chat, you know what I'm saying? But sisters are beautiful, it's beautiful people. And I'm glad that we finally became friends and we really locking up, talking about self-determination and so much more. The Moorish Americans are teaching their people their true nationality and divine creed that may become better citizens and know.
May I please respond, Brother Major?
Yeah, do that.
Brother Bay, I studied with the Moors, and I support the Moors in all of their endeavors. However, the Moors are not the only nation that we have within the United States.
Mm,
You keep teaching your people and move towards self-determination. As I stated before, there are many nations amongst the foundational Black Americans. And with that, I yield the floor.
mm. We have no other choice but self govern. Real
True.
talk.
Ashe.
Tyra Muhammad said, "Yes, we need help."
Yes. And we're going to do it. And guess what? We're going to start helping each other. Help is on the way amongst each other.
She said, "Thank you, Sister Elaina. I was trying to call you back, Tyra. You didn't answer your phone, man. You was acting funny with me. But I want to return your message you had sent on IG. We all good though. There's no don't despair, don't get discouraged. What you seen the other night
Thank you.
was just a situation that happened. It's all in control. We didn't lose our funk, you know what I'm saying? We didn't lose our pizzazz. I'm just throwing stuff out, I'm just freestyling, right?
That's what makes you you, Major. See, you don't fake the funk very well.
Yeah, I know. I told people I can't lie that good. But yeah, I mean, we still got flavor. I'm just loose. We still got flavor. The movement still what it is. It's complicated at times, but those who are genuine and true, it's gonna be all right. A sister had contact me. She was so discouraged about what happened the other day. I want to let her know it's cool. You can call my number, hit me up. But it's cool. We all right. So don't even panic on me. Don't do that. Doug
That's
said,
right.
I'm ready
Family
to.
fight.
You
Family
already
gonna
know.
fight.
They try to jump me. I'm ready to get the ball rolling with Miss Lanes if spell it right. I'm tired of this. That's Miss Elaina. Miss Elaina.
With Mr. Patterson, as I stated, send an email at pendo, the number 4 freedom at gmail.com. And also become a human rights policy officer. Contact Brother Ramzu because Detroit is ground zero for self-determination. If we can accomplish Detroit, Chicago is next, Baltimore is next, and there will be great self-repair instituted in those areas. So reach out to Brother Daniel and Brother Ramzu.
Brother Daniel Gidry said, please research these terms Sister Elaina speaks on.
Yes. And Brother Major, if I may, and I know you push for time, and I just want to give our audience a homework assignment. I would like you to study the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, Articles 1 through 4, the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, Article 1, the ILO Conventions, Article 1, Paragraph 1, and the 1960 Decolonization Conventions.
You all right, sister?
Yes, I am.
All right. Spiritual rising came through. Shalom, family. Shalom. Kim and Bay said, much love, Brother Major. Much love you coming through. Thank you. Um, Rita Johnson, love this idea. Let's do it. No more talking. Well, we're gonna have to do some talking now. We gotta direct the
That's
traffic
right. You
for the
got to
most.
know what you're doing now.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Because
saying. We
we
gotta
ain't
direct the
going to no
traffic.
pen. We ain't.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I'm not going to give up my. I'm chicken. Bark, bark. I ain't going no jail and I ain't going to do all. We ain't got to do all that. Now, if we have to defend ourselves, yes. But we're going the legal and political route. We got the law on our side. We got the facts on our side. We got the Most High on our side. And guess what? We got the moral high ground. All we got to do is do what we need to do and assert our rights.
JD said, thank you, Brother Major and Sister. I truly appreciate You're sharing with us. I have learned so much from listening to y'all. I mean, it's an honor and pleasure. I'm gonna let her talk to you about, how much she's been devoted and trying to teach our people about self-determination because she put a lot of long hours and days and still doing to try to liberate our people from the oppressor. But it's not easy. But we really are grateful for what we doing with you all because y'all are receiving it. And when we do this, we get our blessings. When we get blessed, we got to bless y'all. So we learn something. We're gonna share with y'all. If we growing and we develop, we're supposed to share that with y'all. If we making some money, we're supposed to share that with y'all. Let y'all know how to make the money too and all that good stuff. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. What made you know where I'm coming from, bro? I'm ready for real to leave this country. I heard that, brother. Nina Cole, truth and powerful message. Sister Elaina Jambo, Major Jambo. Nina, thank you for coming through, sister. Thank you so much. Real talk.
Thank you for your words.
Bridge Club, my people say thank you so very much, Miss Elaina.
And you're welcome, my brother. And thank you for your beautiful words of inspiration. And I love you.
My brother Dancy, I'm watching the chat, brother and sister. Trust me, I have an APB out. I'm talking about hollers, the sirens. They ain't no black and they ain't no red and blue. They black, green, and red going on, not the red and blue.
Black
Black, green,
power.
and red sirens going on. Trust me. Anything
Free
come
the
through with this
land.
foolishness. Yeah. And I got to use my eyes. I'm like a black change my eyes tight. I'm looking. Yo, no, I'm a
Poor
clown. No,
man.
I'm a clown. I should be a comedian. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Brother Major. My sister Elaina. Thank you so much. We'll talk.
And thank you, Sister Malakia, for all of your support in Detroit. This sister has been supporting Brother Ramzu and the Detroit People's Movement for many, many moons. This sister is boots on the ground. She travels all the way from Baltimore, I believe, to support the movement. Thank you
Well,
for your sacrifice, my sister, and I love you.
I'll be in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? It's time this year, hopefully a couple times. Hopefully I meet your sister, meet the people out there in Detroit, because I'm definitely about putting boots on the ground, seeing what's going on. If I can help or what have you, definitely will. And I've already been doing my contributing here up, but go there and put boots on the ground. Y'all know what I do. I pull up. Thank you, brother Major, my sister Elan. This is much needed. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much for
And thank
receiving
you,
it.
Sister Tara. Please be sure to register with Brother Ramzu and Brother Daniel and become a human rights policy officer. And if you wish to take courses or get more information about human rights so you can set up your own city council in your city, your county, or your parish, please feel free to contact me at pindoforfreedom@gmail.com.
Like and share video. Like and share video. Thank y'all for tuning in. All praises. 5 5 mad respect for Sister Elaina. I said before, I want you to be my president. All love. Real talk.
Thank you, 5/5, for your words of inspiration, your support for Major TV, and your support for the National Liberation Movement. Thank you for your kind words, your support, and I love you.
Tim Cool I will say nationality status, correction, and self-termination to together hand in hand. Is that the case?
I agree.
All right, all right, all right.
But there are
My,
things that has already been done and have already been asserted. So all we have to do is advance what we have done.
my brother Rayshon, aka Antoine Irvin, the building. What's up, brother Major? Queen Land that room. Thank you for coming through, my bro.
Thank you, Brother Rashawn.
42 people in the chat. 42 is another chat in a nation of over 50 million people. They gonna come. They gonna hear us one way or
They
another.
will come once we get
One
the
way or
word out.
another. I felt her energy on a whole level as though our souls had a conversation before now. I love the fact that the Most High gave us power to make things happen. We have to talk and walk what we speak.
That
Real
is true,
talk.
my sister. And I did not get this movement and get in this movement by myself. The Elaina that you see did not get here by her own reconnaissance. It was the Most High and other people who supported this movement. And you are correct in your analysis. And thank you for your words of support. And I love you.
The hell with the Republic. The hell with the Republican. Hell with the Democrats. Self-determination. That's what it is, baby.
Ashe. Oh, JB. Oh,
I
Lord.
sure
Ashe.
laugh out loud. By the way, you look good. You look good, man. Thank you. I'm trying to get right, Trying to get right. Melody List. Y'all be having some hell of a name. I swear some hell of a name. Melody List. You do music. Such a good live, so informed. I really appreciate the history of how self-determination was demonstrated. Yeah, of course. And I won't lie, we were really forced to be practicing because it wasn't really rock was anyway. It was bad back then. It was bad, So we
Right.
had no other choice, really. You know what I'm saying?
Our ancestors and elders left a blueprint on how to practice group economics and collective economics and do things collectively. Our ancestors left a blueprint after slavery that we can go back to and use. And we can do this. And thank you for your words.
Shirley J. Baker said, "What's up, Queen?" Shirley J. Baker, Queen Shirley said, "Fires hashtag self-determination. Come back, help is on the way.
That's right.
Hashtag true to this. Thank you, beloved, for your pure energy y'all putting out. All praise to the Most High. We just doing the Most High
All
work.
praises to the Most High.
I'm gonna call you when it's all over. I'm gonna get at you. I got you, time. Hit you as soon as the live over with. Never discouraged. I'm just ready. Yeah, I know, but on that phone, boy, you like, boy, you sound down. Like, I was like, oh man, I try to call you emergency, make sure everything all right. I mean, we come out to the NY now. My sister, let's smack it down, sisters. Shalom me TV and Sister Elaina
And
and family.
shalom, Sister Leslie. Long
Yeah,
time
let's
no
be running.
speak.
Yeah, she be coming through. Exactly digits. Real talk. Real talk.
That's right.
Oh man, I missed the
Indigenous is
super
a
chat. I'm so
status.
sorry. Thank you, Miss Shirley Baker, for the super chat. I appreciate the
Oh, Brother
donation.
Major, I forgot to tell him about whether find the indigenous status. To everyone, read the Universal Declaration of Indigenous Peoples' Rights
You
as
need to
well.
text that to me. Text that to me so I can also include in the
Will
live.
do. I'm going to do that.
All your information, text it to me because I didn't really go back to the old
Okay.
videos and pull it up. So I can put in the live afterwards. I want to thank only to make sure I'm not missing no super chat. All right. Thank you, Sister Shirley. I'm so sorry. Thank you for super chat and donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Kevin B said, if somebody can show me a law outside of the United Nations and the HR 1203 where another law calls us indigenous, please tell me.
Brother Major, may I please address the more?
All right.
Me personally, I haven't seen a domestic law that allows us to assert our indigenous rights and to assert our rights to self-determination. The United States Constitution is out of sync with international law and customary law. So there are no domestic laws, and we have no other choice but to step outside of the international jurisdiction. And we fall within the definitions of indigenous because we have a pre-colonial existence before 1619. I advise you, sir, to do your homework.
Oh, right. Miss Carla in the building. Carla Mullen, thank you so much, Major Sister Elaina, Brother Major, for all you do for our people. I give all praise to the Most High. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for the support. Her mama, my whack, my wacko kill, I think.
Her
Sorry for
mom,
butchering name.
Makwali Kill. Okay.
May Allah bless you both for your mission to our people. All praises, all praises.
Thank you.
Real talk, real talk. Look at his on me, laugh a lot, major name. Put your laugh a lot. You ain't never lying. Thank you once again, Mr. Landon. Much love. I enjoy it every time.
And thank you, Shining Light, for your beautiful, kind words and all of your support.
I pray the Most High that He will unite us and set aside our hiccups and they
And
get
he
in the way
will.
of our production. Real talk.
He will. He is doing that right now. Yeah, we got some stuff we got to fix internally, but we can do it. And guess what? The Most High is already opening up the doors for us. Help is on the way. And the Most High is the help. And we are the help. We can do this.
I want to thank Five Fifths. Thank you so much for the super chat and donation. I truly appreciate it. May the Most High bless you fourfolds for this donation. Fantastic live, my brother Mage and Sister Elaine in chat. Learn a lot. Peace. That's what we do. We all about helping the people. We very genuine in our heart and in our walk. And we just want you all to receive us wholeheartedly, like we receive you all. Thank you so much for love and support. Thank you. Brother Ramzu in the building. Ramzu Yaz in the building. King, how you doing? Salute Conrad Major Land. Keep the great work. Look, we can't do
Salute.
without you, brother. We need you. We need you. You'll be
That's
back on here
right.
soon.
Salute, Ramzu.
Yeah, you started something that was major, man. You inspire people, man. And you plant, like I told you from day one, when you plant that seed, keep watering, doing a great job. So all love, praise to you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for coming
And
through.
thank you for everything that you do for us, Ramzu. And I love you.
Thank you. Real talk, real talk. Thank y'all. Major man, I feel good. Thanks, sister. Y'all too, just smiling. And I'm smiling too. Thank you so much. So
Thank you,
we are
brother.
indigenous too. We are indigenous. Okay, thank you so much. We went through live chat. We appreciate this. We really, really do. But we gotta go. Any last words, Sister Lennon, before you leave? I do want to thank you again. I genuinely appreciate you blessing the platform and sharing all this information. I'm gonna let y'all know now. It wasn't for this sister. I would never really knew about brother Ramju Giannis. I was getting emails, but I knew who he was, but I was long emails, right? And I would read them, every blue moon, not all the time. But this sister gave me a lot of information on him. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Quick story. When before let you go, let me see this. You can wait a little bit. Give me a little time. When I first started my channel, I started talking. The sister came out of nowhere just with just talking about self-determination. And I didn't know what it meant in a literal sense. I mean, I knew what it meant in a literal sense, but actually like having the legal aspect of it and just not knowing that we've been doing this all our lives on practice self-determination, but not really knowing it like as a people and how the sister brought it to me kind of threw me off. So we went back and forth. But being who I am, Mage, I'm gonna give a listen to anybody and work things out. And this sister was so consistent that she made sure sent me so many emails with a lot of information. And she first sent me stuff about Brother Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? And I grown fond of her hard work and what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I knew about the brother. That's why when I finally got a chance to have him on the platform, I wasn't brand new to him because this sister already introduced me to him in the way of sending me videos and whatnot. I just want to thank her for that and always blessing the platform. Your last words, sweetheart?
Yes. Unity. Let us unify or die. We have no other choice. We are in genocidal conditions because we own nothing and we control nothing. Let us support our leaders. Let us pray for our fallen leaders who are behind enemy lines or at risk of being behind enemy lines. Let us pray for them. Let us continue to support them. Let us stop the confusion. Let us stop being a divided people and being the people that the Most High have blessed us to be. He didn't get us this far to do what we're doing to each other, and he's going to punish us for it if we don't stop. I love you, and let us yield the floor back to Major.
Well, I want to thank you, sister. All praises. Continue to walk in your steps. Continue to walk in your purpose. Continue to let your blessings shine on all of us. I'm so grateful. So I'll be talking real soon. Definitely stay in contact. Keep up the hard work, and we'll be catching up on a lot of stuff. But I want to thank you
I'm
again.
working up on the bag. I'm working on the bag, so we got to do, so we can do what we got to do. And I
All right,
love
sister.
you
All
all.
praises. Love you, sister. Be good. Good
Black
night.
power.
Black power, sister. To all my beautiful people out there, y'all know what time it is. It's time to say thank you. It was a wonderful night. Without you, this live wouldn't have been nothing. You made this live out of something. I want to thank Brother Ramzu for coming through. He has been blessing the channel as well. And I want to thank everybody that participated in this chat. I want to thank everybody who watched, whether you came as an observer, whether you came as somebody that really wanted to learn something, or if you're the enemy or what have you, that you know what I'm saying, may the most high deal with you accordingly. But for everybody, I want to humbly say thank you for the love and support. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for everything. I'm so humble. I'm happy that I can be of service because to me, I feel like there's no I in we. You know what I'm saying? And it was once said, take that well, take the M out of me and flip it over to W and say we. We gotta focus on doing better and raising our level of consciousness. Understand that the only way we can really get ahead when we can see the big picture. We've been going through this for so long in this country and how we've been treated, what we've gone through, what we have lost, the things that have been taken from us, the lies been told us, the fact that we actually being killed, we're being locked up, we're being misled. There is a genocidal attack directly focused on our community constantly. It's time for self-determination. It's time for community building. It's time to become more informed in your decisions, your choices, your lifestyle, the way how you look at how you deal with money, people, what have you. And more importantly, we have to love each other. We have to understand unity. Without elders say, man, there can't be no unity, there's no love. We have to have love. And I have to share these closing remarks because too many times it just be another live or another video. But no, we can't look at it like this. This is something we can build off. When you build a house, it's a foundation you gotta first get established. And then everything else to build that house up all the way to the roof. And once that house is on cement and not on sand, because when it's on sand, wind blow, it's gonna go away. But I'm talking about brick house. I ain't talking about such side to my brick house. We want to last in this, but we want to start by starting out building our foundation correctly. Each brick into a complete home. If we don't put our best foot forward, if we don't see that we already dying, they're already locking us up, they already are suppressing, excluding us, harassing us, dehumanizing us, um, out, outsourcing us. I mean, we the last of everything: education, jobs, finances, and what have you. The funny part, we are rich. We are rich. We are rich people naturally. We don't know that though. But the way how they got it set up, they won't believe we all at the bottom. But we know they are trying to put us there and keep us there. But I'm always thinking about us being up here. We just haven't gotten to that level of understanding that we already rich, we already powerful, we already great. So with those words, I just want to tell everybody that this fight that we're in, this war to save our people. This war we have with the enemy. This war we have within ourselves. The war we have in our daily life is something we have to continue fighting for to get that real freedom, that spiritual mental freedom, that freedom to have your own, to take what's yours. This was your land. You built this. We know how rich our history is. We know we the originator of everything. There's a lot of plagiarism, a lot of lies, a lot of nonsense that's out there in the universe. But if we know who we really are, we know what we really got to do, we just supposed to do it. Again, I want to thank Elaina. It's always beautiful and powerful to have a sister on this platform. And I want to thank you all again. This platform would not be anything without you all. You don't realize my vibration is so good. I didn't see number one person variant came in and did some kind of symbol. I blocked it, but it was such a positive flow of vibrations and love and people sharing information, people receiving information, people having any critiques or disagreement, but was all done respectfully. This is how it's supposed to be. Because if you don't see that we have to align with each other in righteousness and for to save our people, for to advance our cause, you shouldn't be on this platform because I don't be with the nonsense and people know that. I try my damnedest not to come on the channel and be like some channels I've seen. I really look at this as a serious way because I am going through it too. For all the years I've been on the earth, I watched what was going on. And I watched many times. I was helpless because I didn't know that I was powerful. But once I realized I was powerful, once I realized we are powerful, once I realized all the things that have been done to us, the wrong things, the bad things, the atrocious things, I had no other choice but to step up. And I'm asking, I'm requesting, I'm demanding that we all step up, man. Some kind of way. I mean, there is a role for everybody. If I can do it, I know you can do it. So thank you again for everything. Thank you for all love and support. But y'all know what time it is. Gotta go. So until next time, y'all stay focused, stay on cool, just be black. Peace.
To the people, the power is the people. They power in your ego. We power in this evil. It's power in this music. Got power and I use it like I'm a superhero. We really need a leader. Power to the people. The power is the people. They power in your ego. We power in this evil. It's power in this music. Got power and I use it like I'm a superhero. We really need a leader. Wish we could see that we hurting ourselves. Hate to see each other excel. Looking like crabs in the barrel. Wanna gossip, wanna judge. What if we all just unified and put all our differences aside to preserve our way of life and be black and keep our pride and be kings under God and speak words that are wise and don't glorify things that took our fucking people lives. We've been oppressed so long, we feeding on our own, disconnected from our people, stuck in zombie mode. Children of the lost tribes, let's go back to Israel. They say I'm trivial, but I swear it's biblical. We need to come together, not only at funeral. I'm so tired of fucking funeral. Power to